guys, it's your favorite desert dwelling Sarah here.
Times 2. There's 2 of us.
Her name's Sarah too if you're new to the channel. Anyway, today we're gonna be reviewing this 2019 Toyota Corolla hatchback with a 6-speed manual, finally. I haven't had a manual transmission car to review in a while, so I'm really excited.
You boys ever been to Mexico? Woo!
So yeah, we're gonna be taking a road trip down to Nogales at the Mexican-US border, and we're gonna get some tacos and make a road trip review out of this. First step before we begin our trip and the review, I wanna cover the interior real quick. I'm not gonna make this the read off the brochure style car review because you guys can do that for yourselves, obviously. So we're gonna point out what we like, what we don't like, and what is just kind of meh on the interior of the car. Go.
So, what I like is finally a car that did it right. The styling in here is cohesive. It's not too much going on. It's perfect. I love it. What I don't like, or what I don't care for, is this air freshener entertainment system.
It does look like an air freshener that's clipped onto the center vents. That is so. I don't care for that style screen either.
It literally looks like an afterthought, and there's got to be a better solution for the line of sight. And then finally is this really fun little, like, they have the SOS button and they covered it up so you can't hit it, and I think that's so clever. They put a lot of thought into it. You can hang things in here, it's so cool.
Oh, okay.
And you can fit a person back here.
Okay, so my pros for the car are the fact that this thing comes with a manual transmission. I can't stress enough how excited I am the fact that this has a manual in it, because I never get manual transmission press cars anymore. So that's a big win. But we'll get more into the nerdy tech mechanical specs in a moment when I bring it into the garage. My other pro that this car gets is the fact that all the safety features are standard. It's not an extra package you have to pay for. So you get the blind spot monitoring, the lane keep assist, all the safety features that you see on packages on other cars are standard for this thing, and that's the way it should be. You shouldn't have to pay extra for safety features. My negative for the interior, and this might just be because of the fact that I'm kind of awkward, like a baby deer that was just born, but I've hit my head 3 times now getting in and out of this car. I don't know why. Maybe it's just not friendly for super tall people, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just awkward. So if you're awkward, watch your head getting in and out of the car. The thing that I found kind of is the electronic parking brake. It arms itself every time you shut off the car and you get out of it, which is kind of cool in case you forget to use the parking brake, because this is a manual transmission and some people don't remember to put it in gear when they park. But it's styled like a hot hatch, so it should have an e-brake that you can rip on so you can do things that are not appropriate. Toyota, you lose cool points for having this fake piece of chrome made out of plastic on the back bumper. Don't do that. So we made it to our first stop. We're now in Sonoita, Arizona, and we just stopped for a snack before we go to Nogales and get some tacos.
Mexican cookies.
But there's a little gas station here. It's got like beef jerky and snacks and stuff, and it's really crazy out here because it does not look like Arizona whatsoever. It doesn't look like desert. It's more like Midwest looking. It's really strange. If you guys have never seen one of my reviews before, this is the best part. Or at least it's my favorite part. I bring the car in the garage, we go over the engine, the drivetrain, and talk nerdy specs about the car. Oh my. Under the hood of this Corolla hatchback is Toyota's M20 FKS. It is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that is both port and direct fuel injected, that puts out 168 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 151 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. And thank you, Toyota, for putting M20 FKS on that sticker under the hood. It made looking this stuff up a lot easier for me. I was looking out for your girl. I do appreciate the fact that this engine does utilize both port and direct fuel injection, because something that you have to worry about when you have a direct injection engine is the fact that you don't have fuel washing the backs of the valves and you end up having carbon buildup. The first thing I noticed when I popped the hood on this thing is it's not going to win any awards for being the best looking engine I've ever seen. Toyota doesn't make any efforts to hide the raw mechanical bits with a piece of engine plastic to church things up under here, and that's fine. I respect that. I found it really odd that this uses 0W16 motor oil. I've never seen 0W16 weight oil before. That is a first for me in this 19 Corolla hatchback.
We're in Patagonia.
So we made it to I'm choking on my hair. So we made it to our next stop in Patagonia, Arizona. There's actually a lake here, which is pretty crazy. There's a lake this close to Tucson. You wouldn't think Tucson and lakes when you think of the two places. But yeah, and there's like these old Western saloon style buildings because this town was founded in the 1800s. It's like how Ford stopped producing the Focus ST and Focus RS in the States. Toyota could easily snatched up quite a bit of sales by putting like a 250-ish horsepower turbo drivetrain in this car, but they didn't. It wouldn't be one of my reviews without the braking test. You ready?
No.
Here it goes.
Oh, that one can brake. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it stops. Out in the middle of nowhere, we're gonna do an acceleration test and see if this thing has a beam hidden in it somewhere. Ready? Oh, you can't really heel toe shift. Ready?
Yep.
Sharp second gear. Third gear. So we just made it to Lake Patagonia. Neither of us have ever been here before. We're gonna see if we can come in here and just get some shots for you guys. Apparently something just died in the door pocket because it's really pretty out here and I want to at least put this in the video for you guys. Time to go get some bomb tacos near the border though.
I'm so hungry.
We got some corners coming up, so let's see how this thing does in the corners. It's surprisingly fun. The chassis on this thing is definitely developed to handle a lot more power, because pushing it through the corners, I was shocked at just how well this thing handles. Like, you think it's gonna start to understeer and then you just start turning in more and you're like, wait, there's still grip. Like, it doesn't understeer. It handles more like a hot hatch you would expect should. But when you come up to a hill or you need to pass someone and you're like, all right, grab a gear, nope, grab another gear. It's like there's no power there when you need it. And it's kind of disappointing. It's a tease.
It is a tease.
This car is a tease. This is where these kind of cars shine, is these little backcountry roads.
This would be so fun to own this car over here.
And like right now, even though this car, like in city driving on the highway, it feels slow, back here it doesn't feel slow, it feels fun.
A horse!
Oh my god! Hi, buddy.
It's too busy eating its grass.
Are you enjoying your snack?
Hi, Barney!
Hi. Bye, horse.
Bye! I was that weird horse girl growing up. The one like obsessed with them and that drew them all the time. That was me.
Do you want me to put this in the video?
Yeah, I don't care.
I think the biggest problem that we have like in the car market today is most cars are so expensive that the average person just won't bother buying them, and people usually just buy a car that's a few years old or just not buy a new car at all. And this is like one of the first cheap cars I have had to review, and this thing starts at $22,000, and with all the options, the lighting package and the rear wing and then like the floor mats and stuff, it brings it to just over 25,
which is crazy cheap
compared to like how much most cars cost. And I don't feel like this thing is bare bones driving it. The thing about the gas mileage though, I mean, with this being slow, I'm gonna call it what it is. It's the car is slow. It's fun to drive. It handles extremely well, but it's slow. I mean, you really have to wring it out to get every little last drop of power out of it, but that's what makes it fun to drive. I've been driving it now for a few days, and mixed driving, highway, city and stuff, it's averaging a combined 32.7 miles per gallon, which is decent, but like, what do you average with your Focus ST?
31 to 32.
So this thing is averaging pretty much the same as her Focus ST is averaging, and they're not even comparable power-wise. So I don't, the miles per gallon versus performance in this car don't really match up. It gets good gas mileage. I'm not saying this thing doesn't get good gas mileage. I'm just saying for it being underpowered, you would expect it to get even better gas mileage. So if you guys have never seen one of my videos before, I do is called the bean score. It's a rating from 1 to 5 beans, based on the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. So the Corolla hatchback is going to get 1 bean.
Uno.
Just 1 bean. It's got 1 bean. It's a good bean, but it's just 1 bean.
Only one. It did its best.
A for effort. Anyway, I really enjoyed reviewing this car. It's actually fun. I feel it's more fun sometimes to drive a slow car. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon with another. Bye.
Bye. They say yeet for everything.
Really?
You yeeted that.
Go! Go, Corolla! Go!